Let me flip the camera around. Here we are across the street in the shade from the across the street from KC Idle Morgue. This is the Grand Street entrance. We're over here because we're in the shade at the moment. And so far, we have one staff member here. Seems to be the first person to arrive, both weekdays and weekends. So I think I'm going to count him as a Sea Org member. And let's see, it's now 8:02 here in the Central Time Zone. Org's due to open in just under an hour. We'll see how many staff members show up for Foundation Org. Things are kind of slow at SBTV space right now. Clearwater Chad has a long view video of a piece of bologna going moldy in honor of Chris Shelton. Again, for those just arriving, we're looking at the Grand Street entrance, not the main entrance, which is on 18th Street of the KC Class 5 Idle Morgue. It's shortly after 8 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. Looking to see how many staff show up to cover the Foundation shift, which Foundation Org has the weekends. Yes.
You know where RC Avenue is?
RC?
Yeah, RC, like Ghetto, China.
I've never heard of it, I'm afraid. No problem. You can walk through. All right, RC. Swing the camera around and take a look at the parking lot. Only two vehicles in the lot. One of them is a staff member who seems to arrive first to open the door, both weekdays and weekends. So I'm going to count him as a Sea Org member, and then we've got the yellow volunteer minister's van, which never seems to move. Good morning, Fuzzy. light traffic here in Kansas City. It's Sunday morning, shortly after 8 o'clock. Past few years, the downtown area of Kansas City has added more apartments and lost offices. So the traffic coming in here to the org is not heavy, even on weekdays, when you might think there would be clogged traffic jams. And we're just not seeing too much of that. So let me swing you back around and take a look at the org. Kind of wonder why that guy parks in the Sciento parking lot, because on weekends is a meter holiday for parking in front of the org. So on weekends you see fewer people parking in the lot because they're parking instead on the street in front of the org. But again, so far we only have, as far as I know, one person who arrived. I suspect that there are some Sea Org who are berthing overnight inside the org. So let's see, I think I'm maybe hanging out at a bus stop, so let me move back a little bit so we don't confuse the bus drivers. Not that we'll probably have lots of buses coming this way. Is that a bus? Is this a bus stop? Because it's also designated for parking. We'll take a closer look at this sign. Paid parking Monday through Friday, no parking anytime. Back to the curb, 3-hour limit. And let's see, let me pull the gimbal down a little bit. And let's see, we have 8:10 in the morning. And we have a nice gentle breeze here. Still in the 70s. And we're hanging out in the shade, so it's not too bad. It's supposed to be brutal tomorrow with high temperatures in the 90s and heat index even higher. So it's definitely summer here in Kansas City. I think typically we have arrivals starting about 8:20. Right. Nice and quiet so far, but the org doesn't open for an hour, so we'll wait and see how many people show up. Hi, toilet. Walking over into the sunlight to make sure no one is parked in front of the org. At the moment, I am hanging out in the shade. There, after a while, the sun will swing more towards the south, and the shade will, on this side of the building, will move towards the north. (8:14). Still no additional arrivals. Only arrival has been a Sea Org member parked in that car. He typically arrives maybe around 7:45. And I call him Sea Org because I've seen that car both on weekdays and now on the weekend. Good morning. Taking a look to the north again. No new arrivals in the parking lot. Still nice and quiet at the KC Class 5 idle morgue. And you can't see it probably in the video, but that 1805, the actual door that's the address of the building, that is only an auxiliary entrance. They have parked permanently in that space a roll-around whiteboard with a black cloth draped over it. Keep the SPs from looking inside the building. And another little fun fact while we're waiting for something to happen, that's LRH's office right there at the corner. I understand that they have a pack of cool cigarettes waiting for them, and that they keep it refreshed because cigarettes dry out. So I wonder what they do with the cigarettes that are swapped out. I suspect that the Sea Org members who get paid $50 a week if they're lucky treat that as like manna from heaven. So we're following the shade towards alignment with the front of the building so we can better see if someone arrives. Well, if someone comes in from the east, we'll be able to see them park. If someone turns the corner to the west, we'll watch and see if they're parked. Yeah, we have a couple of pedestrians here. I don't remember ever seeing them, but we'll walk up here and see if they make a turn into the org. And I'm sorry you're going to have to suffer the annoying tick, tick, tick of the crosswalk signaling system. And they're walking past the door. I'll hang loose a minute to see if they swing down the alley. So it doesn't look like it. but the older man, I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, getting used to my gimbal. There, you can see him. Wonder what he's doing. He's dressed all in black, which is a little suspicious because we've seen scientists showing up dressed all in black here recently. I don't know what that means. Perhaps the org is on some type of lower condition status. And let's see, 8:23. I've not seen the Sea Org people who normally come in this side of the building. Of course, I didn't see them the other day when I was in here, so they may have decided to berth them inside the building. Or maybe make them come in extra early. Going back across the street. And we had a couple of staff members arrive in their car. Looks like we had car full of staff members, maybe. I wonder if they're Sea Org. And the guy across the street went on inside the building with them. I don't recall ever seeing him before. So looking up at this side of the building, we have shade sort of open here. I think that's called, we'll call that the third floor, which is the first set of windows where the bricks are. I think that may be a classroom, I'm not sure. Right above it is, we can see a window through which we can see lights, ceiling lights. So let's walk back up towards the edge of the shade. Moving a little bit closer. 8:28. So it looks like those two people may have come out of the org. I wonder why. See where they go. They are kind of heading cat a quarter towards the Sciento parking lot. Are they going to hop in the volunteer minister's van and actually go help and minister to somebody? No, they're walking around the front of the van. Oh, no, they're looking in the side. Maybe they're using it as a storage facility, perhaps for stacks of boxes of the Way to Happiness book. Thank you, KTPNet. If you have any more details on that, please send me a email, auditingscientology@gmail.com, or if you forget it, it's in my channel description. So I'd be interested in hearing more about it, particularly if it's going to be something local. And the breeze is picking up a little bit. You may be getting a bit of mic noise. So I may put on my earbuds. I'm going to put on my earbuds. If sound goes away completely, let me know. Oh, okay. So it's a nearby event. Yeah, I'd be interested in hearing about it. Okay. If no one can hear me, please let me know. I'll walk up and take a look at the front of the org. See if any cars snuck in while I wasn't watching. And I'm guessing that those may be Scientos there. And that may be a Sciento in the blue hat. Good morning. Good morning, Aaron. We're here at the Kansas City Class 5 Idle Morgue. Trying to get an idea of how many staff members are here. That couple across the street went out to the volunteer minister's van and are hauling in a case of something. Maybe it's a collapsible table, or maybe a machine gun for getting rid of pesky SPs. And we'll walk into the sunlight so we can see the front of the org and whether these people go inside it, which I think they will. Yep. So the first two are, of course, we know the ones who went in this volunteer minister's van are going in to take whatever they went to the van to get. Got my head on a swivel. Not going to make you dizzy, but not seeing anyone else on the way in. Sent the first one. Thank you, Peter. And thanks for visiting from England. And good afternoon to you. Right now we've got 8:35. Not seeing a huge number of people come in yet. Across the street we got the KCPD, and they're continuing on their way. Taking another slow sweep. Got, oh, those are Santos. I recognize the one on the left there. So for some reason, these are coming down the street in civvies. So I'm here to verify that they do go in the order. I think they will. And they are. And they're safely in the order. SKSP did not give them pneumonia or anything. I guess I should have said Xenu or something. And yeah, KT PETA do have verification. I did receive your email, so I'll be looking at them later on when I get home. Yep. Kids can't consent. Children and auditing is abuse. Even if it's a child being audited about topics other than adult topics. You saw the list of questions for auditing children 6 to 12. You would cringe. Dozens of questions. Dozens of invasive questions. Let the kid be their own person. Have to keep secrets. If the adults haven't figured it out, then it's probably not that important. And we got 841. Okay, blue car turning right and pulling up alongside the parking. I think I've seen him before. So the car pulled into the parking lot here. I see him here every morning, and I think she may have brought in another CO member. If I see someone here before 9 o'clock, both on the weekdays and the weekends, I'm assuming that they're Seaward. So this guy has brought 2 women with him. Yeah, and we got yet another car pulled in. They're starting to hop. It's 8:43 in the morning, so people are arriving for foundation org shift. Let's go up into the sunlight. Take a look. That white car just parked there. I'm not sure that's not a valid parking spot. I'm not going to say anything. Not anybody to do anything about it. And good morning, Fluffer. And they put the sign out. I think this side says, "Are you your biggest obstacle?" And what you can do about it is join Scientology and it will become your biggest obstacle. Hope that wasn't too dizzying for you. So the shadow keeps moving closer and closer to the corner, so we haven't seen anybody coming in this side of the building. Trying to consolidate and multiply your problems here. Yeah, Fluffer, I meant to send you an email, but basically a week or so ago, one of the smaller channels had some trolls hit it. And I went ahead and made you a mod, gave you a wrench in case something shows up. But so far I really haven't had that many people in chat. It hasn't been that much of a problem. Here we have Mr. 87 Mercedes-Benz. And he usually pulls in and parks beyond the alley. Okay. Yeah, basically all I'm looking for is not necessarily promoting anything, but if someone's being particularly trollish, if you could moderate them, I'd appreciate it. My philosophy is trolling is the less use of the wrench, the better. Let's see, black Jeep parked further down the way. I hadn't noticed that come in. Perhaps they snuck up the alley. Or maybe I just didn't notice. Is it a black Jeep or a red Jeep? Kind of hard to tell on this light. The sun in your eyes and looking at the shaded side of the Jeep. Okay, 10 more minutes. Bit of wind picking up here. Hopefully with my earbuds on you are not getting too much wind noise. Moving away from the annoying tick 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 from the signal pole. Looks like that SUV that just made a right turn and is heading on down the street. Yes, it is. I didn't recognize it. Hi, Xenu Freight. Looks like we have another Sciento arrival on the street and also in the parking lot. Let's see, that's a Sea Org car. Let's see, there's five people getting out of the same car, and then another van pulled up behind it. Anyone getting out of the tan van, and let's see, we have a black car. So what I think I'll do maybe is cross the street. tan van getting up. I don't remember seeing that before. Perhaps a public, maybe he's getting a gym bag out, in which case he might be, I would guess that he's a public purifier. That guy just has some kind of mechanical problem. Pulled into the parking lot to troubleshoot, it looks like. Nice breeze here in front. No shade. Should be in shade here in about an hour. And they've got the black curtain. Here's the Sea Org car just pulled up. So I see those folks both on weekdays and weekends. So I'm calling them the Sea Org. Oop, we just had somebody sneak in the back door. Like she had an orange t-shirt on. Okay. All out of public. I think we have another Sciento coming up the walk from the west on 18th Street. Probably see her turn inside the org, I guess. I recognized her. Well, I imagine it gets warm up in Canada this time of year as well. After all, you have a little more sunlight than we have. And we have a couple more people showing up into the org. Interesting. Okay, what do we got? Straight up 9 o'clock. See, anyone who arrives after this is either staff late for work or someone arriving for, say, a 9:30 class. Yeah, I think today the forecast temperature is up around 90. It's going to be a few degrees hotter tomorrow. So we're standing here on the Grand Boulevard side of the building, looking towards downtown. You can see the Power and Light District, the Power Building over here, and some light apartment buildings there. So while we're waiting if there are any under the radar Scientologists listening in, please send me any details you have, events that are coming up, whatever. And if you worry about being outed, set up another email address, get another Gmail address and use that so it can't be traced back to you. And if you live in the Kansas City area and are aware of any locations where they do body routing or set up Dianetics tables or whatnot, if you have any sightings, please send me an email. And if you're in another city and you see such, report it on ispy.sptvspace.com. Or if you have a local creator who's published their email address, they're active, try to email them directly. Or better yet, show up next to the body routers and let anyone know who they approach know that what they're offering is a gateway to a cult. Gateway being a Dianetics book or a personality test or a stress test or whatever. They're just trying to recruit you into a cult. And if you do go in, don't give them your real info, or they will contact you, and even after you're dead, they'll be trying to get you to come in take courses. So there's a black truck I don't remember seeing before. Morning.
Hey, you have a blessed day.
You too.
Thank you.
So we'll hang around here for about another half hour and see how many people show up for courses. Random Facts by Paraditology. Tom Cruise is just another broken Scientology family example. Yep. Wearing your big Cody. Is that the overalls I see you wearing on your painting videos, Fluffer? Sometimes I need a little translation from American English to UK English. Let's see, 909. Shit. Uh-oh. Got somebody here. Looks like he has stacks of boxes of books in the back of his car. Is that the same guy a month or so ago I saw? Didn't have as many books in the car, but he took off with a bunch of tables and chairs and a Sea Org member to go off hawking Dianetics book. I have no idea where. Looked for him at a couple of places and didn't see it. Get a little bit closer to the shade, or actually the edge of the shade. Nine 11. Spot left open here. Take a look at the sidewalk in front of the org. So let's see. These parking spaces belong to the business next door, but since it's the weekend, Scientologists sometimes use it. I don't recognize these vehicles. But that doesn't mean they're not scientists. Thought I heard a door open down there. So while I'm in the sunlight, I'm not looking at the chat if you have any messages. Kind of hard to read while I'm walking, and even harder to read in the sunlight. How does rubber cement play into this? Don't know. Yep, Xeno-free UK definitely has a nicer meaning for the word fluffer than here in the US. Figuring my gimbal out, I think I've figured out the leveling problem. (9:18). Get a little further away from the noise. Activity in front of the org. And the loud noise, if you can hear it, is this bus. If they ever claim that someone outside talking or shouting disturbs their religious service, they would have to explain how they can manage to function with the buses driving by. There's that airplane fly over. Probably on an approach to the downtown airport. Should probably see him making a right-hand turn there in a bit. Out there he is. Just passing the signal pole, making a right-hand turn. Looks like he's going to make a steep approach into the downtown airport. (9:21). So if anyone has a 9:30 class, they better show up quickly. There's someone pulling into the parking lot. And let me move further away from the noise. So it looks like 3 people arriving. And there's another vehicle arriving. Good morning. See that guy that just got out of the car? I don't recognize him. It's Sundays, he can't be going to the bank. His body language suggests, well, maybe he's aiming for the crossing button. See. Someone made a right-hand turn here. And let's see if that guy ends up going inside the org. And he is. Take a pass down in front of the org. See if we got anything going on in the alley. .926. So anyone for coursework ought to be pulling in and parking now to make it all the way inside the org on time. Those two cars continued on past the org. Do not look like they're parking. .928. Don't think we'll be seeing anyone coming in, but we'll wait a few minutes to be sure. Okay, I'm crossing the street against the light, which actually seems to be the safest way to do it if you make sure there's no crossing traffic. Then you don't have anybody sneaking up behind you, making a left-hand turn. So, take a pass at the org up there, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th floor. We've got some kind of a training room or something up there. Take a gander down the alley, gander across the front. So I think we'll cross the street, take a look, look at the parking lot, and then I think we'll call it a day, make it home before the heat of the day. Look forward to looking at the email that KT PETA sent me. Something going on here in August. So we'll take a gander past the parking lot. See how many people are here. Again, this great pickup truck. I don't see the guy here. I don't know, he may have snuck in while I wasn't watching. I haven't seen that car take off with a load of tables. Maybe later. Maybe later when the sun gets up nice and hot. But anyway, yeah, we're still very nice across the street here in the shade. But the sun's about to climb over the top of the building. And I think I'm going to call it an end to this stream. Thank all of you who are still with me. Those of you who participated, and KT PETA, thank you again for the info that you sent me. So, bye everybody, or bye.